Hi folks, it's the 12th of July 2017. It's a big day for us at Sidmouth College in the Design and Technology department because we're having a health and safety audit. I've been working for about a month to get everything safe, all my records up to date, and having a big tidy up as well. This film hopefully will show things all neat and tidy and will provide some good memories for me because I'm actually being made redundant. So I'm going to have a walk round, tell you about all the machines and some of the other facilities, and hope you enjoy it, and it'll be a nice little reminder from me when I look back. So over here we see we've got a bank of computers. We've got our CNC router here. That's caused us a lot of, or given us a lot of fun and games over the years. We've got a quite an old but very, very sturdy and very, very well made mortise machine here for making the mortise on mortise and tenon joints. We've got a laser cutter here. This is a really fantastic machine, probably used the most out of all the CNC machines. Got a drill press here. Some might call that a bench top drill. Some might call this a pedestal drill, but I just call them drill presses. It's a Hegner saw here, or bench top jigsaw. Some of our PP here, or PPE, personal protective equipment, all cleaned up and ready. There's our metal cutting coping saws down there. Moving on, we've got a bobbin sander for sanding curved material, and a planer thicknesser for processing solid wood into square or rectangular section. Got a disc belt sander here. Now I'm just going to dive into the prep room. As you can see, we've got a solid timber here. We've got sheet material, offcuts, acrylic and other plastics here. We've got this big bank of bits and pieces. I've put all that together. Those cabinets were all spread around the workshop and I've sort of condensed them all down into one place. We've got a router table here. As you can see, it's a hand router upside down. Very, very useful machine. That is like if you know what a spindle moulder is, it's a mini version of that. This is perhaps the most used machine here, the dimension saw. Done a lot of work on that, and that machine is over 50 years old now. That would have been installed when the school was built in 1965. We've ordered parts for that, and we know from the serial number that it's definitely 50 years old. I've got more stuff here. We've got a kiln, we've got a bag press, offhand grinder, we've got Radio 4 on the go over there. This bench here, which has more or less been a storage shelf for the whole of the time I've been here. More materials, teaching aids, etc. here. We've got a picture here of the school pantomime a few years ago. And moving on to the rest of the machines in room 18. We've got our narrow band saw here. Less said about that the better. We've got this wood turning lathe here. That's a fantastic machine. That would have been here almost certainly when the school was built, as was that pillar drill over there, 50 years old and still going strong. There's another wood lathe here. We actually went and rescued that. That was squeaky shoes, by the way. We went and got that from another school that was closing down. We hired a 7.5 tonner we went and got a load of machines and other materials and equipment there. Moving on into room 19, this is our hot shop. We've got more PPE, personal protective equipment, over there. This is the forge and two hearths here. When I came here, I could see that the school had been set up for aluminium casting. We've never actually done that. We've never done any forging either. All we've done is brazing and pewter casting. Got a big old anvil here. That's never really been used as an anvil in the old-fashioned sense of the use. Just a sign of the times there, how things have changed in school. Got a centre lathe here. I've done lots and lots of work with this. I've made repairs to other machines, and what I think the really sweet thing is, I learnt to use this machine when I was a schoolboy, and never really did much until I came here, and then I found myself being able to use all those skills that I learnt to make repairs, rescue machines that would otherwise have been on the scrap heap, and save the school money. Some more PCs here. Moving on over here, we've got our 3D printer. That's proven to be very popular amongst the kids and staff alike. We've got an old vertical milling machine here. We've not really used that this much. It's a great machine though. Got another narrow bandsaw, and over here we've got some more drill presses. We've got a 3-way machine here that can roll thin gauge steel. It can cut it on a guillotine, and it can fold it. We've made a few interesting little jobs with that one over the years. Got a buffer here. This is used for polishing metal. We've got a power hacksaw. That's one of the original machines. Thermoforming centre. That's a bit on the derelict side though, I have to say, and probably the only thing we use there is the oven in that. We've got a very good MIG welder here. That's been fantastic. I'd never done any welding till I came to Sidmouth College, and being able to make and repair things by welding opens a whole new world of possibilities. We've got a big offhand grinder here, which is a really useful machine. Pipe bender. And moving on into the other storeroom, let me just put the light on for you. We've got storage in here, and as I say, the school was designed and built over 50 years ago, and back in those days it would have been woodwork and metalwork. Nowadays we're not going into subjects to such a depth, but we are covering a much broader topic of subjects. So we need all this space to store the materials and machines that we use from time to time. We've got a couple of desktop lathes here. We've got a vacuum former here. These are projects that a couple of the classes have been working on here, bird boxes. Got a stock of steel here, and Vladimir Putin over here. This is what I call the outside store east, and in here we have our dust extraction system, our sheet material store. I built that. And one of the jobs you always need to do is agitate the filters by shaking this every time you come in. Give it a good shake. This is what I call our outside store west. In here we've got racking with solid timber. I built the racking. Almost all of this is reclaimed timber. That's how we have to get most of our materials nowadays. We've got a big plastic drum here, polypropylene that's probably made of. That'll be useful for something. Got a redundant machine there that we've pulled out because we don't use it anymore. A few more GCSE projects down here. Over here, look, we've got the stocks for Splat the Teacher. More old tools, some RSJs here, scavenged off when they were doing some building work here. Just loads of bits and pieces, probably never to be used again.